Morning to you all. Good morning. Let's see here. Okay. Go live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Welcome. As you can see, it says this is why you're stuck and how to get unstuck. How to get unstuck. How to get unstuck. Okay. Okay, done. We are setting up on. You're setting up on go live. Okay. How we do this now? Good morning, everybody. Let your people know that we are live and rolling. Oops. We are live and rolling. Good morning to you all. Good morning. Good morning. Let me know where you're joining in from as we are setting up. Good morning, Raisa. How are you doing? Good morning. What part of the world are you joining in from? For those who are just joining, we are live on two different platforms today. One of the platforms that is not TikTok, you can see it on when you go in my bio, you will see one of the words that start with Y, because TikTok doesn't let us to give all that information, but I believe you can tell by what I mean. And this platform gives you the opportunity for replay. Okay, this platform gives you the opportunity for replay. And because most of my followers, sometimes they are at work, or sometimes there's something that I've said that they would like to catch up on. So if you want to catch up on that, you just go on that platform and you see it will give you the ability to do so. What is this? 300 and plus. Okay. Good morning, my people. As you're joining, you already know what to do. Tap so that we can have more people in the room today. By the way, my name is Chefi. I am an identity and nervous system coach. I help people to stop sabotaging on themselves at the nervous system level. Now, there's one thing about self-sabotage. Most people think is because they are not motivated. But I can tell you that right now, you don't lack motivation. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Right now, you do not lack motivation. A lot of people are stuck because they are waiting to be motivated first. A lot of people are stuck because they are waiting for someone to motivate them. Let me just break it out to you. And I know it's too early to be telling to say this, but let me just say it. You do not need motivation. You don't have to wait for someone to motivate you, right? You do not need motivation. Good morning, my dear friend. Doing good. I'm doing good. You do not need motivation. You do not need to wait for someone to help you to get unstuck, because right now you have all the information that you need. You just need to apply. A lot of people are stuck because of this, okay? And let me mirror the screen. I know on this side I'm not able to mirror it. I haven't seen that feature yet, but I'm gonna mirror it on TikTok. You see that structure? Can you see it? Structure. A lot of people are stuck because they do not have structure. They have information, but they don't know how to put that information into use. Okay? A lot of people are stuck, but they don't know how to turn the information that they have into use. So here they are binging on information, and as you keep piling up on information, you're getting more stuck, you're getting more confused, and you're asking yourself, how is it that it's working for other people, but for me, it looks like nothing is working? And oftentimes, when that happens, you end up telling yourself, maybe because I have a problem, right? So you start confirming what other people have said about you. Usually on TikTok, when I go on live, I put the overlay that says, you are not lazy, but you have been taught the wrong blueprint. Okay. What is the blueprint? The blueprint is what you have learned and who you are. Most people are moving, or most people have the wrong blueprint from what? Rejection, the wrong blueprint from abandonment, the wrong blueprint from people pleasing, from shame. All those things, they are the one that have built your blueprint. So right now you're moving by that blueprint, and that's the blueprint that the brain has about you. That's the blueprint or the model that the brain has about you, knows about you. So this is the reason why a lot of people are stuck right now. If you are this person, you've been trying for many years for a change, you have seen other people transform, and you're telling yourself, I want to have a result, but it looks like you're not having that result, and you feel frustrated, and you end up asking, what is wrong with me? Let me just tell you, nothing is wrong with you. I've been doing this for a while. I've coached people to break out of that place of being stuck for many years. One of my clients, she's a business owner. She was able to get unstuck because as we work together. And let me tell you right away, the reason why it looks like you're stuck right now is because the information that you have, you did not find the right way to put it into use. Thank you for the like on here. Thank you so much. You have not found the right way to put it in use. Okay, so most people are here at the information level. And my apologies to those who are watching on the other platform. I know when I write, it's not mirrored, but it's mirrored on TikTok. Okay, information. This is where you are. And we are in a season of wherever we are, information, we are surrounded by information. And even worse, we are in the era of AI now. So no matter what information you need, you can type it and you find yourself in that rabbit hole. Yesterday, oh my goodness, yesterday I was looking for a specific, I was researching, and of course I went on Claude, I went on ChatGPT. You know how, especially ChatGPT, I don't know if ChatGPT feels lonely, but do you know how when you're done with a question and then chat will ask you, do you want me to? Do you want me to? I'm like, wait, what's wrong with you? Are you lonely? Are you trying to make people stay? It is, because it's a computer, right? Or yeah, a program. It is gonna make you ask, it's gonna keep you, wait, how do I say this? So the chat will keep asking you question until like, wait, go to bed. We have bills to pay. We have kids to take care of. Like, why are you asking me all this question? But that's what I'm saying though. We are in an era where no matter the questions or the information that we need, I'm looking for the cat. The information that we need is at the tip of finger. We don't have to struggle for it. So all that information that you have, if you're not putting it into use, it will become, that's why a lot of people are stuck. So right now you are not struggling with information, but what you're struggling with is structure. Structure, a system that will help you to get unstuck. Please allow me to find the cup so that it doesn't dry up. Sorry about that. Where is it? Okay, I found it. Thank you. I don't want it to dry out. Okay. So, one of the things so this is what it is, okay? When we are talking about information, we are also talking about what? Motivation. Motivation. So when you get that information, within that information, the information comes with motivation. Okay? So information comes with motivation. Let's say, for instance, right now, because I'm going to say some things that will make you think, oh, I need to get out of where I am right now. So meaning that mentally, emotionally, as I am sharing, right, as I'm leading you into the place that you're supposed to be mentally, emotionally, that is an invitation for you to say, okay, if nothing is done, I'll keep repeating the same pattern and I will not get the result that I want. Because I know most of you right now, I don't know what time it is from your side, but from my side, it's 5 o'clock, okay, Eastern time. And if you are on the same time zone as I am, it's because something has kept you up throughout the whole night, okay? And you're searching for that answer, right? So that's what I mean by you are getting the information that you need. Now, tell yourself, you don't need to respond on the live, but ask yourself, how often haven't you been looking for, or haven't you been hopping on lives, and what has changed so far? What has changed so far? Hello, hello, hello. Who's that? Sammy. Hello, my dear friend. Okay, so as you are getting the information, this is what the information does. The information, no, I am not. I am originally from Togo. I'm not from Nigeria, but we are neighbors. Nigeria is also in the west part of Africa. So yeah, we're from the same area, but I'm from Togo. Okay. Now, motivation is built from the information that you're getting. So let me just break it out to you. Motivation is not what you need in this moment. Motivation will not take you. I said a friend, right, Sammy? I said, hi, my friend. So it's up to you if you want to put something else to it. That is why I don't say hello, girl, hello. No, I just say friend. I say friend, okay? Somebody's correcting me on TikTok. Okay, let's come back. Let's come back. Okay, now this is what it is. For those who are watching on the other platform, I did put why you're stuck and how to get unstuck. Okay, why you're stuck and how to get unstuck. So what are we talking about? The reason why you're stuck is because you're waiting for motivation. Okay, motivation doesn't take you. Is there a question here? Okay, motivation doesn't take you, or motivation only get you started, but motivation doesn't stay for the results. Motivation only gets you started, but motivation doesn't stick around for the transformation that you deserve. Okay. Right now, this is you, and you desire transformation. I am going to show you a model that I have used myself when I was stuck, and a model that I've taught my clients that has helped them to get unstuck. Okay, so right now this is you. You're here, okay, and you desire a transformation. As you desire transformation, what are you doing? What you do is information. And this information can come through watching a live, being on a live, watching TV, reading a book, and all those things. Okay. Now, the first entrance of the information comes in as motivation. Okay? And that motivation is not what is going to lead you to the transformation. You see that? The first entrance of the motivation, or of the information rather, comes as motivation. Because when the information is coming, the information is like a mirror being handed to you. So you're looking into the mirror and you're like, oh my goodness, I need to be real with myself. I need to put in the right work so that I don't keep repeating the same pattern over and over again. Okay? So as the information is coming, that information is motivation right now. So that motivation is what is filling you, or is what is preparing you to start taking action. But this is where a lot of people get it wrong, especially those who have sabotaged on themselves for many years. Those who have unfortunately practice self-sabotage. We don't practice it, but we find ourselves doing it. And as you keep repeating the same action over and over again, your brain is wired around that. Your brain is wired around the fact that any action that you're taking repeatedly, okay, becomes what you live by. Okay, so any information that comes in as motivation to get you started, but motivation will not stick around for the transformation. This is why a lot of people are stuck, because you're waiting for motivation. Motivation only stick with someone with an identity that is restored. What do I mean by that? Let me show you a scenario here, okay? Let me give you an example. I'm drawing two things here, and I'll let you know what it is. Okay. Okay. Can you all see what is here? Maybe I should put a. I never said I was an artist, okay? So nobody should make fun of me. No one should make fun of me, please. What is this? Y'all see that? I know someone may say a bottle of wine. It's not. It's a bottle of water. It's a bottle of water. So right here I have a cup. I have a cup and a bottle of water. There is water in here. Okay. So let's say I am thirsty and I have a cup and a bottle of water. I don't want to drink from the bottle of water. I want to drink from my cup. As I was about to pour the water into the cup, I said, of course, let me wash it, make sure that it's clean. Then when I went to wash the cup, I saw a hole in the cup. Okay, there is a hole. Thank you for the hot meat. Good morning, good morning. Who is this? Coach. Good. Hey, yeah, good morning. Long time. Okay, so as I went to pour water in the cup, I noticed that the cup has a hole in it. You see that? That's a hole in the cup. Okay. If I end up pouring the water into the cup, what will happen? This is what will happen. We don't need prophecy for this, right? We don't need science for this, right? It's just common sense. If I end up saying, no, I'm thirsty, I need to use the cup, and I pour water in the cup, the water will spill out. Okay? But since I'm someone, I love to, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Sammy. Okay. If I said, okay, I don't want to throw away this cup. I want to recycle the cup. Maybe it's a gift from maybe my in-law, right? So no matter what gift your in-laws give you, you need to still keep it. Okay. So let's say it's a gift from my in-law, and I said I'm not gonna throw it away, so that the next time my in-law come in, my mother-in-law comes in, she will know that I value her gifts. So I will turn that into I will recycle that cup, and I want to collect pebbles. I want to put pebbles into the cup. If I put pebbles into the cup, but remember the cup has a hole in it. Okay, it's the same cup, nothing changes, it's the same cup. Okay, so as I put these pebbles into the cup that has a hole, what will happen? If I lift the cup, I'll still see the pebbles through the cup because there is a hole in it. This is the same thing that happened to people that are binging on motivation. So just to say, whatever is here, whether it's water, whether it's a pebble, whether it's water, if I pour it in this container, a part of that object will be visible. If it's water, it will spill out. If it's pebble, if it's rock, whatever it is, if it's a flower, I will still see it because the hole is still in the cup. The same reason why motivation does not stick to you, but it doesn't stay. The goal of motivation is never to stay. The goal of motivation is to get you started. But people lose motivation quick and fast because of what? Because they lack self-trust. Okay, motivation was never supposed to stay. Motivation was supposed to get what? To get you on the road. Look at motivation as that perfect friend, or that friend that you have, and that friend will tell you, if you need someone to come and help you or to walk you to the grocery store at midnight, call me. And then here you are at midnight, you don't have salt, you don't have sugar, you don't have milk, and the kids are hungry. You want to go to the grocery store. And you remember, a friend told me, oh, if you want to go to the grocery store, call me and I will take you to the grocery store. You're calling motivation. Motivation is not picking up. That's that friend. Motivation is not supposed to stick around, but motivation, the goal of motivation is to get you started, and that's it. That's all. So if you're here waiting to be motivated, before you do, it will never happen. It will never happen. So if you're asking yourself, why do I only start, I get engaged 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and I'm disengaged, is because you are waiting for motivation. Motivation doesn't stick around because motivation has a lot of clients that it needs to serve. Okay, so as soon as it serves you, it has to jump and serve somebody else. Is this helping? Is this helping? I like giving visual for a reason, so that the next time when you're not motivated, you don't blame yourself. Okay, so that the next time when you don't feel motivated to go to the gym, you don't blame yourself. I used to think that motivation was what I needed, and take it from someone who is known as the motivational force. Okay, naturally I motivate people because of who I am, right? So I used to think that motivation, I needed motivation to break out of, or to keep doing, to keep being consistent. So most of you right now, you're stuck because you are waiting for more motivation. That's why you're going to hear yourself say, I'll start on Monday, I'll start tomorrow. The reason why you're saying I'll start tomorrow is because that the day today will give you enough time to go back on that YouTube channel and watch more motivation. That's how your brain is being wired right now. That's not the right thing to do. Okay? If you're constantly waiting, you are amazing, my dear friend. Thank you. So if you're waiting for motivation, if you keep waiting for motivation, your brain is only wired around motivation. So if motivation is not there, the brain is not going to help you to step into your purpose. Thank you so much. Thank you, Salah. Salah, welcome. Welcome. So if you're waiting for motivation, motivation will never do what it's supposed to do. So that's why most of you right now, you're stuck. Okay? Most of you, you're stuck. If you want to watch this on a replay, by the way, there is a platform for it. So right now, if you see me looking around, I have two platforms that I'm streaming on. One is TikTok, and the other one is the one that gives you the opportunity to watch replays. If someone here, you're asking yourself, why am I not always motivated? Why do I only get motivated once and then I disengage? This is the reason why. Motivation gets you started, but motivation is never there to hold you through the process. That is not the goal of motivation. So don't tell yourself, is this something wrong with me? Don't tell yourself that it's because something is wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with you, but just from today, tell yourself, I do not need motivation to break out. Right now, most of you, your brain has been wired around motivation. This is your brain. And disclaimer, I'm not an artist. I am a coach. I am an instructor. So if I draw and you make fun, I know where you live. Just kidding. Okay, so now, every time your brain is being wired around what? Motivation. So when there is no motivation, your brain will not give you the cue for you to start moving. So how do you break out of that cycle of always binging on motivation? Okay? It's by turning the motivation into a structure. Remember when I started, I told you most people don't lack information. But what people need is a structure, a strategy. That's what you need. Any information that has not been put into use becomes what? It becomes that information that will get you stuck. A lot of people right now, maybe you want to start a digital product, maybe you want to, whatever goal you've set in life. But you have gone on YouTube, you've watched all the videos that you wanted, but you are not taking action. Just think of it that you've been eating for 2 weeks and you never went to the restroom to ease yourself. What will happen? You will be constipated. So a lot of people right now are constipated with information, and that information has not been put in use. So if you're saying you're stuck, it's just because the information has not been put in use yet. Okay? Now, the other part of information is this, or the other part of being stuck is this. It's because you're functioning from the wrong blueprint. Can I show you something? I'm gonna give you this before we talk about the blueprint. There is a cycle of self-sabotage that a lot of people ignore. Nobody stumble into sabotaging. Before you sabotage, there are some signals, but most people are not aware of that signal. So some people think they just get up and then they sabotage. No. Before you sabotage, you find the signals that will lead you into self-sabotaging. But most people ignore that signal. The key to self-improvement is self-awareness. The key to self-improvement or self-empowerment is self-awareness, right? So if you're not aware of the things that lead you into sabotaging, you will keep telling yourself you are the problem. Okay? And as you're telling yourself you're the problem, that's an easy way to check out of the things that you said you're going to do. Because if you're believing that you're the problem, then you're not going to do anything to change it. A question that you asking the right question will lead you to the right resource to break out of that place of being stuck. Okay? Now, the cycle to self-sabotage is this. And this is going to help you. Okay? The first thing is you set the goal. You start, let's do, you set the goal. Okay? This is the first thing. You set the goal. You start. You do not see the result that you want. No proof. And then shame. And before shame is regrets. It's not in any particular order, but this is the step. Shame. I'm gonna show you when I'm done, okay? Shame. Doubt. And then you stop. And when you stop, what you're doing here is what? As you stop, broken promise. And what happened? The self-trust is chipped away. Lack of self-trust. Okay, so right here, can you see it? Very good. Okay, yeah, you can see it. Okay. So the first thing is, where is it? You set the goal. Okay. That's the beginning. You set the goal. Oh my goodness. You start. When you start, there is no proof of the result that you want. So like nothing is there to show for, right? And then there is a regret and shame. Okay. Shame and what? Doubts. And you stop. Broken promises and lack of self-trust. Now, let me explain this to you. The first thing is you have a goal that you want to reach. What is this goal? You tell yourself you're going to go to the gym at a specific time. Now, and the goal that is set, that's where the motivation is. So when we are motivated, we can set on unimaginable goals, right? But you're forgetting that, especially if you have practice or if you have repeatedly found yourself in self-sabotaging, okay, your nervous system is wired around that. So even before you start, the same way you start is the same day you started is the same day you have already quitted on yourself. Because yes, you did set a goal mentally, actually you did set a goal physically, but mentally, emotionally, the same day is the same day that you quit. Because the goal was, when the goal was set, it was set, your emotion and everything was at 100%. Now, as you start, you also start at 100%. That's day one. You're starting at 100% day one, okay? For those who are just joining, we're talking about how to get unstuck. And this is to help you so that you don't keep repeating the same pattern of self-sabotage. By the way, my name is Chefi. I am an identity and nervous system coach. I help my clients, my followers, to stop self-sabotage at the nervous system level. Why the nervous system level? Most people think that they are constantly repeating the pattern of self-sabotage because they are not motivated. It's not about motivation. It is about what the nervous system has been wired around. Motivation is not supposed to be there for you to transform. The goal of motivation, thank you for the likes. The goal of motivation is this. Bridget, is that you? The goal of motivation is to get you started, never to be there and lead you through the process of transformation. Motivation only comes to make you aware of the problem, and that's why you make the decision to transform, and that's it. So if you are binging, you're waiting for motivation before you can start, nothing will happen. Bridget, nothing will happen, okay? So let me break this down to you again. When you set the goal, you are 100% because motivation got you, hype. So you are 100%. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you. So you are 100% with that feeling, that 100% of the motivation. Now, day one, you start all hyped. Day two, you're already disconnected, because for people that have repeatedly done this work of not showing up for themselves, they want the transformation the same day. They do not understand the compound interest. They want the transformation the same day. So they have already sabotaged the work that they need to put in. Even though you're here day one, even though you're here, this one needs a real follow. Even though you're here physically, day one, but mentally, emotionally, you're already here, day one. Should I explain that again? And this is stop. You can see it. It's stop. Okay? Even though you are at 100%, let's say your battery is at 100% to start, because when you jump start a car, okay, it's to get the car on the road. If the battery is rotten, and I've had a battery like that, where I didn't know it was the battery, by the way. I thought there was something wrong with the car, right? I'll be in traffic and the car will just stop. I'm like, what is this? But when I changed the battery, I haven't had that problem for like a year and plus now. So you see that's what motivation is about. Motivation will just get you on the road so that you can go to the dealer shop or wherever you get your battery at, to get your body part, right? To get a new battery. That's all. Okay? So you shouldn't be blaming yourself. Why am I not consistent? Or why can't I be, engaged for longer than 3 days? It's because you are binging on motivation, because you have the wrong model. That wrong model is what is conditioning your living, what is conditioning the results, what is conditioning everything that you need to do. So you are not lazy. And as you keep waiting on motivation, it also shows your level of survival. A lot of people are waiting for survival. A lot of people are living in survival mode. Okay? Motivation shows the amount of survival that you have been living in. Okay? Now, let me go back to the board. You start at 100%. Okay? That 100% is the same way as you're not showing up. You're leaking, the life expectancy of the battery is leaking, and then you stop. That's why people have the cycle of start, stop, start, stop. And people like this are known as well. Yes. Oh, thank you, Bridget. Bridget is in the house. Yeah. When you use the wrong model, that wrong model is motivation. Now, let's take this deeper. Do you want me to explain this again, or you got it? Do you want me to explain this again, or you got it? Okay? What am I trying to show you here? What I'm telling you is, if you have repeatedly repeating the cycle of self-sabotage, please go through it again. Okay, I got you. Okay. Let me make it smaller, and then I will say it. Motivation, start, doubt, shame. No, before shame is regret. Yeah, okay. Okay, so here, day one, you are at 100%. Okay. Okay, very good. So day one, I know the other platform, it's all backward, but please follow, okay? So day one, you are at 100%. And that 100% comes from motivation. Motivation is like a sugar rush, right? Sugar rush, it doesn't stay with you, it make you crash so quick. So day one, your battery level is at 100%. That's the first time you are excited. You tell yourself, this time things are going to be different. I will show up consistently and nothing will make me stop. Because that motivational speech that you watch was, filled with power and fire. So the person is transferring their energy to you. So right there, you're like, I need to stay the course. Things will be different. That's day one. So you start 100% motivation, you start. Now, what happened when you start, you want to see the result right away. And since you have not seen the result right away, you start doubting yourself. Okay? When you start doubting yourself, then fear comes in. And when fear comes in, shame. And when shame, regret, and then you stop. So as you start physically 100%, day one is the same way day one, 100% emotionally and mentally, you've also quitted the same day. So before you sabotage whatever goal you want to see, whatever transformation, the signal is in between the motivation and the last day. That's where a lot of people are. So most people don't know the pattern. Most people don't know the steps that leads them to quit on themselves. Okay, so because you have trained yourself around motivation for a while, but motivation starts you at 100%, and every single day you're leaking that power, that energy is being leaked. So you start at 100%, day two, you might be at 75% because it's not being filled. The tank is not being filled. And what I'm doing today, I'm going to show you how to fill your tank so that even when you don't feel like it, you stay the course until you see the result. Because anytime you quit, you know what you're doing? Your brain is being wired around that. Anytime you stop before the result, before the transformation, your brain is being wired around that. So the next time when you tell the brain, this time things are going to be different, what is happening in that moment is the brain has the cue. The brain will say, okay, let's go. When you watch that video, the brain is being fired up. Okay, you're communicating with your brain. You're telling your brain, I want this result right here. The brain will be like, okay, of course, let's go. Now, when the brain receives that cue, this is what the brain is doing. The brain will start scanning your record. Your brain will start scanning your record. The brain will start to see if there is a track record, if there's an evidence. But what you forget is you've built all the evidence that you built. Thank you for sharing. All the evidence that you've built from the past is what? This is what the brain knows about you. Someone who starts but never follows through. So remember on the board, I show you doubt, I show you regret, I show you shame. Yes, that is the evidence that has been built in the past about you because of the choices that you made, right? So that's what the brain has about you. Day one was what? The motivation, the cue to the brain. We are doing something different. Thank you for the follow, my dear friend. Day one, the brain got the cue that we are doing something different. Now, when the brain got the cue that we're doing something different, the brain will scan your track record. because the brain needs an evidence to bring that into your imagination and let you know, okay, in the past you've done something like this already, you were consistent, you never give up. Okay, you were consistent, you showed up, and you never gave up. But unfortunately, when the brain is scanning, what the brain sees is this: oh, in the past, when you started, you did not stay the course, then you gave up. So day one, physically, you are 100%, but guess what? Day one, emotionally and mentally, you are at 0%. That's when you stop. So the same way you started at 100% on day one is still the same day that you have quitted. You just didn't know it yet. Okay? Let's say, let me give you another example. When you said, I'm gonna go to the gym, and for when I'm saying day one, for some people it might be what? It might be, day 3, it might be 1 week, it might be 2 weeks. Your brain is already wired like that. If you only show up for 3 days, and so this is the thing, because in the past the brain is already known for that, for 3 days for you to show up. Day one, when you start 100%, day 2, let's say, let me give you a tangible example. You have said, I'll go to the gym at 6 o'clock. Okay? What you forget is when you tell yourself you go to the gym at 6 o'clock, you have just you have signed a contract with yourself. Okay? You have signed a contract with yourself. That's a promise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've signed a contract with yourself. So when you said, I am going to go to the gym at 6 o'clock, whatever time you said, now, that information or that decision was made because of motivation. So of course, day one, you will show up at 6 o'clock because motivation is still there, 100%. Day 2, you're going to talk yourself out of it. You're going to say, well, I'll go at 6:30. Okay, you see the pattern now. You see the pattern. Day 2, you go at 6:30. And day 3, you'll be like, well, actually, I'll go to the gym in the evening. The evening, you will pull yourself to the gym. Day 4, you will not go. Day 4, you will not go. Because within 3 days, you shifted everything around. Day 1, 6, day 2, 6:30, day 3, 10 o'clock. That's it. It's because the nervous system brings to you what is familiar, not what you desire. The nervous system doesn't move because of you desire a change. That's why most of you right now, you are only stuck at desiring a transformation, but you are not putting in the structure for that transformation. Do you see that? You are desiring transformation, but you are not putting in that structure for transformation. For the 7 people that are still here, I appreciate you staying. Thank you so much, okay? If you're seeing any value in this, please tap on the screen. By the way, tapping on the screen, that's a virtual hug, a virtual kudos, and all those things, okay? Now, so that's what is happening for most people. And that's how the wrong model is being hardened over and over and over again. That's how the wrong model, is being hardened, is being strengthened, is being wired. Now, how do you rebuild the right model? And this is what I do with my client. This is how I lead my client into transformation. Okay, my work with people, sometimes people will think it's therapy. It's not therapy, but I understand something that most people don't understand, which is what? Identity. Your identity is wired around everything that you do in life. Any decision that you've had in life, anything that you're drawing right now comes from your belief about yourself. And where is belief from? Belief comes from what? Your identity. Okay? So how do you break out of that model? How do you restore and rewire or bring in a new model? There is something called the reticular activating system, the RAS. The RAS is what keeps you on the path until you see the result that you want to get. It filters anything that is not going to help you on the journey. How do you intentionally activate the reticular activating system? Okay, for those who don't know what the reticular activating system is, this. I don't know if you've ever thought about, okay, you're thinking about a red car. Welcome in, my dear brother. Maybe you're thinking about a red car, a specific brand or make of a red car. And the next thing you know is when you go on the road, you start seeing all those cars all over the place. That's the work of the reticular activating system. God has intentionally put it in you so that you can stay on course, you can stay focused, and you to step into your purpose and achieve the things that you said you're going to achieve. Okay? But this is the thing. A lot of people, human being, we are so funny, right? We prefer to worship the creation, yes, over the creator. That's why you're going to see people now chasing after the reticular activating system. No, the reticular activating system did not find itself in you. It is God that put it there. God is so intentional. That's why I tell people, science is not fighting with God. Science is to prove the existence of God, the sovereignty of God. Let's say, for instance, when you see a seed, within that seed resides what? A tree. Within that seed resides what? A root. The root resides the branch, resides the fruit, the leaves, and all that, and then the seed again. Okay? So science helps you understand how. So science is not fighting with God, but science is proving the sovereignty of God. If you see a seed and you just think it's a seed, it shows how limited you are in analyzing things. And who gives you that ability to analyze? It's God. Okay? There is a scripture in the Bible that says what? Come, let us reason together. Reasoning means what? You ask question about why am I in this place? What is happening? Why am I getting this result? That's reasoning with God. That's analyzing. Okay? There's something called analytical thinking. Okay, so let's go back. We're not talking about science and anything like that. Thank you, Bridget. Yes, science proves the sovereignty of God. So what leads me here is this. People will now start talking about the reticular activating system. Yes, it helps you to be focused on the road or on your journey of life so that you can reach the goals that you want to reach. So it filters anything that is not in alignment with you. It's what takes away the distraction. That's why when you think about a red car, let's say you're thinking about a red Toyota or a red Honda or a red Tesla, whatever it is, a Hummer, whatever you like. And then the next thing you know is when you step on the road, you start noticing them. What is that? Is your attention your attention is being drawn to what you want, what you did not voice out, what is in you, what is dominant now is being highlighted. What is dominant in you is being highlighted. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much. So that's what it is. Okay. Now, this is the right model that will help you to get unstuck from that place of constantly repeating the pattern of self-sabotage. I talk about the reticular activating system for a reason. You need to recall who you are. Your blueprint is this: the image and the likeness of God. Unfortunately, most people are functioning from the wrong blueprint. Most people are functioning from the wrong blueprint. And what is this wrong blueprint? Self-sabotage, people-pleasing, rejection, abandonment, shame, doubt. So your brain has that model. That's the model that the brain is playing. So if you're feeling stuck and you want to get unstuck, so that Miss Lee, good morning. If you're feeling stuck and you want to get unstuck, this is the way about it. You need to introduce the right model to yourself. Okay? I will hear people say your future self. When you tell yourself it's your future self, that's where it gets hard for the brain. Because guess what? What the brain has about you, the information that the brain has about you is what? The person that only starts but never finishes. So if you tell the brain to picture my future self, for the brain to be able to picture the future self, the brain has to get the evidence. But the evidence right now is what? The one that only starts and never finishes. So that's where the brain will keep dragging around, leading you to until you break out. So the goal is not your future self, but the goal is what? the one that was created before the chaos. What is the chaos? Before the trauma, before the rejection, before the abandonment. So underneath the trauma, underneath the chaos, underneath the result that you didn't want to get in life, there is someone who is the image and the likeness of God. So that's the model that you want your brain to be wired around. And how do you do this? This is the technique. How do you do this? You need to let your brain remember that part of you. Within the image and the likeness of God, it means what? The attributes of God. Okay? The attributes of God, one of the attributes of God is this: the one that starts and finishes, the Alpha and the Omega. Okay, that means the beginning and the end. So if you are the image and the likeness of God, it means what? You should also have that attribute in you. But right now you're telling yourself, I am lazy. Right now you're telling yourself, I am inconsistent. When you said you are lazy, when you said I am inconsistent, yes, it's good to be self-aware, but don't make that your model. Don't make that your identity. Okay? As you're believing it, it becomes your reality. Does that mean no, you shouldn't tell yourself the truth? No, you should, but your truth has to be built around what? The image and the likeness of God. Okay, so that's the model that your brain has to become familiar with. Right now, your brain is only familiar with the one that never showed up. So that's why anytime you want to move forward, your brain remind you of who you are not. Please hear what I'm saying here. The brain believes that you're this person, a chronic starter, for a reason, because for 20 years, for 10 years, for 15 years, for 1 year even, for 2 weeks, that's how the brain has been wired. So the next time you want to move forward, the goal of the brain is to draw you back or to bring what is familiar. And what is familiar that is being anchored in the brain is this: the one that only starts but never follows through. So it is your duty now to let the brain know, okay, you're scanning the wrong mind right here. Because the Bible says what? I have the mind of Christ. And we know that Christ never starts anything that he has not finished yet. We know that God, it says when God created the world, he took 7 days to finish it. So within you, there is that attribute of the one that is consistent. So now you need to rewire your brain around that. How do you do that? That's what we're going to do. I've been saying we're going to do this, so let's do it. What do you do? And I'm going to take you to Genesis, okay? And this is the one that says, I am made in the image and the likeness of God, okay? As this is not affirmation, by the way. This is called creative word. What is creative word? Creative word is that word that God speaks. If we are made in the image and the likeness of God, God does not speak affirmation. This is why affirmation doesn't work for some people, okay? Because affirmation makes you feel good. But the word of God comes to do what? The word of God comes to take out that traumatic experience that you've gone through, okay? The word of God comes to show you truly who you are. That's what it is. God does not speak affirmation. So if you are made in the image and the likeness of God, you should not be speaking affirmation, but you should speak creative word. Creative word carries healing. Most of you right now, your identity is wired around trauma. And what will break you out of that trauma is the creative word. And this creative word is not a word that you create, but it's the word that created the world. It's the word that created you. It's the word that brings you into existence. So you need to remind yourself of that creative word so that the next time the brain will say, actually, this is who I am. So this is what you want to do. I am made in the image and the likeness of God. Within that, if you're made in the image and the likeness of God, then your mind will tell you, or you will tell yourself, if I'm truly made in the image and the likeness of God, then why am I not seeing a result as the image and the likeness of God? And that's where remind yourself of using creative words. Thank you, Bridget. Yes. So you're reminding yourself, and it doesn't just come with one word. It comes with speaking it, speaking it, speaking it. So we're going to practice that now, okay? What you need to do is put your hand on. Thank you for the follow, my dear friend. Salama to Henny. Sala. Okay, put your hand on your thigh. Why on your thigh? This is helping you to be grounded. Okay, grounding movement is important. Your hand is on your thigh for a reason. If you can do that, please do. If you cannot, that's why I'm also recording it on the other platform, if so that you can catch it when you're done with your work. You can go back and watch it. Okay, I know I've shared a few things that you want to go back and listen. How do you watch this? When you go on that platform, the red one that has the triangle, very good. When you go on that platform, just type in. Bridget, can you help me type what I'm saying here? Help me type it. I can say it because, so that TikTok doesn't do whatever he likes doing. So when you go on the platform that has Y, you type in Reset with Coach Chefi. You'll see all my videos there, and then you can watch the replay of this specific video. The title of it says, "This is why you're stuck and how to get unstuck." Okay, you can watch it there. Okay, let's go. Hand on your thigh. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, my dear friend. Hand on your thigh. Thank you, Bridget. Now, before we start with the word, we're going to do some breathing movement, okay? Breathing is so important. Do not be afraid to breathe. I know people know about breath work, so people are so afraid. Can I show you a proof? In the book of Genesis, before creation, before you create, you need to be grounded. Before you create, you need to be grounded. You need to be regulated. Being grounded simply means what? Being regulated. That's why when I teach, that's why my platform, that's why my coaching is about identity, helping people to stop self-sabotage at the nervous system level. You are sabotaging because of your nervous system is dysregulated. So when you practice the technique of breathing properly, okay, it helps you to be grounded. It helps you to be regulated. From a place of regulation, you can make the decision that you need. Most of you, you're living in survival because you're not regulated. So the first step to this creative word, the first thing that you want to do is this. Okay. The first thing that you want to do is we're going to regulate the breathing. Okay. Regulation is so important. And I was giving you the example in the book of Genesis, just in case you're afraid, you're like, oh, she said breathing, we shouldn't breathe. It's a breath work. No, please. In the book of Genesis, before God created, he hovered upon the water. He breathed upon the water for clarity. So breathing, moving, hovering is the breath of life. Okay. Now, breathing is going to help you to be regulated for clarity. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Okay. What technique of breathing are we doing? There are different ones, but we're going to do the diaphragmatic breathing. What it is you inhale through your nose. And as you're inhaling, your belly will rise. It's like you're putting air in a balloon. Your belly will rise. And as you exhale, the belly will go in. Okay. Now, instead of putting the hand on the thigh, let's do something different. I did this a few times and I like that. So let's do that. Let me show you how it goes. This is 0. You're starting from 0. When you inhale, I'm inhaling right now. And I stop. I pause. I exhale through the mouth. You see? And this posture, you know it. It's a praying posture, right? Yes. You know why we close our hands before we pray? So that we can bring all our thoughts together. Okay, okay, let's go. So let's do this one instead of the Thai one. Okay, it's very, because that will help you. Because people, when you say breathe, hold, they don't know. And another thing, when you're breathing, you're inhaling, don't make it too big. Because if you make it too big, the extent of your hand, or the extent of your hand, that's how long you need to breathe. Okay. And that's also how long you need to pause. So you need to be, you just know you're not here to perform. Okay. You're just regulating your breathing. So let's go. 0. 3 more time, okay? Two more time. One more time. Very good. You see that calmness? Now, very good. What you just did, you don't want to start moving quickly right away. You want to be aware of your surrounding. Okay, very good. Now, with this breathing right now, you will start speaking who you truly are. Now, it says, I am the image and the likeness of God. Do this in front of a mirror. Remember, this is why I told you about the reticular activating system. The goal of the reticular activating system is to filter every distraction. So when you're doing this in front of the mirror, what you're doing is your brain is wired around what you're saying. And it's been projected into you. And your brain has that image about you. So it's quickening the process of someone who shows up and follows through. When you're saying, I am the image and the likeness of God, you are anchoring your identity as the image and the likeness of God. And when you start saying, I am the image and the likeness of God, you are also reminding yourself of the attribute that is in God. So right now, if there is an Abdelaziz, thank you. So right now, if there is a character in you that you do not appreciate, if there is a result in you that you do not appreciate, let's say you're constantly repeating the pattern of failure and you want to break out, this is the quickest way, okay? When you're, you guys don't know what you're saying. When you say, I am the image and the likeness of God, you just sign up for a quantum leap. You just recruited yourself into this place of a quick result. That's the image, the information you're feeding your reticular activating system. Because when you say, I am the image and the likeness of God, God will not stay in a place when it is being abused. You see what I'm saying? It's not just a word. That's why I said we don't speak affirmation. We speak creative word. When you said, I am the image and the likeness of God, what you're saying is God cannot be broke. It's not just a word. I appreciate you, my dear friend. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So when you're saying, there is more to just saying I'm the image and the likeness of God. Within the image and the likeness of God resides your blueprint, your identity. Most of you right now, you're functioning from the wrong identity, the wrong blueprint. This is the work that I do with my clients. This is why some people will come to me and say, Coach, I want to work with you. I'm repeating the pattern of shame. And as we start working, They're going to see that their business is thriving. Because of what? Because now they're functioning from the right identity, the blueprint. When you're saying, I am the image and the likeness of God, you know what you're saying? If you have experienced rejection, you are now reminding yourself, no matter who rejected me, in God I live, in God I move, in God I have my existence. When we have been told, thank you, when we have been told to study to read the Bible, it's not to make it to heaven, it's to live heaven on earth. So I just gave you your blueprint, right? Now, if you want to even get deeper into this, I have 5 spots open, taking new clients, right? Send me a DM. Let me see. I'm going to post my calendar here. Okay. You can book a free session with me because we can teach all things on the live. And for those who are watching on the other platform, if you want us to work together, you can send me a DM at info@coachchefi, info@coachchefi.com. Info is INFO at coachchefi. Chefi is CHEFI.com. And I'll send you my calendar so that you can book a free session with me, okay? Just to see if, just to get more understanding of how we can work together. And even if I'm the right coach that you want to work with in this season. So let me put my calendar here. Okay, very good. I put my calendar in the comment section. Go ahead and, book your session with me. I have 5 spots open. And also on June 27, I'm hosting a group coaching session. I was going to do it for 90 days, but I'm like, wait, 90 days might be challenging, intimidating for some people. So instead of 90 days, we're going to break that down, okay? We're going to break that down. But go ahead and book the session with me. And if you have other questions that you want to go through, you can send me the information or an email at info@coachchefi.com. If you're ready. By the way, let me tell you the people that I don't work with. People that are just desiring transformation, but they don't want to put in the work. I don't work with those people because I don't want to waste your time. Maybe your coach is out there. People who have been trying for many years, but they keep repeating the same pattern. These are the people that I work with. Because for some of you, you are stuck because you're repeating the pattern of trauma. Okay? And this is where, and let me be honest with you. The type of coach that I am, I can be in a session with you where I'll start crying. Why? Because as I'm working with you, I'm also relying on God. There are some things that you've been through that even yourself you forgot about. The body keeps the score. The body holds memory. Mentally, you force yourself to forget it. But because it's in the body, when you want to move forward, that part of you will bring you back. Yesterday on my live, there was this amazing young lady who said she has been repeating pattern or episode of she will be happy and then she feels sad. Happy, sad, happy, sad. And she doesn't know why this is happening. I can give her, and which I did yesterday, give her all the book information because I am certified for that, right? But there is a part that only the divine intelligence can reveal. Okay? So as I'm working with you, I'm also asking God for your blueprint. I don't restore people. I partner with God. I work with God. Because who helped me to break out of that pattern that I was in myself? It wasn't a therapist. I've never been into therapy. It was God that led me through movement, regulation. That's why I tell people my framework is built on 4. God, neuroscience or neuroplasticity, okay? Nervous system regulation and movement. This was the same step that God sent me through. Thank you, Bridget. God, 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 neuroscience, okay, nervous system regulation, movement. These are the four things, okay? Now, you're going to see these four things in the book of Genesis as well. God, in the beginning was God. Okay? Now, there is what? The neuroscience part came after the movement and the regulation. It said God breathed. Movement. When there is breathing, it means what? It's life. That's the science part of it. So my framework is built on Genesis. In the beginning was God. Right now, you forget who you are. That's why most people are working toward their future self. But when you tell your brain, my future self, the brain is confused because the brain has to draw from the evidence that you've trained it. So the brain is all confused, like, okay, your future self, okay, let me pull out of the track record. But the goal here is to work backward, to remember, to go to who you were. And who you were is in God. Who you were is hidden in God. Okay? Thank you for those who are here. Thank you for being on the live. Please, now I can say it because I'm almost done. I can say it. Please go on YouTube. If you want to watch this on a replay, please go on YouTube and subscribe on YouTube because I'm doing both live on two platforms, YouTube and TikTok. You want to watch this on a replay, go on YouTube. Bridget, I appreciate you for putting that information in. When you go on YouTube, Reset with Coach Chefi on YouTube. I am doing this on two platforms at the same time, so that for those who are at work, those who are busy but watching and listening, you can go back and put down everything that I've shared so that you can use that information into a transformation. Okay? A lot of you're stuck because you only have information and you don't have any structure. Today, I've taught you the structure that you need. Now, if you feel like, Coach, I've heard you, but I still need someone to work with me. It's called what? Accountability. This is where I come in as your accountability partner, and I'm going to work with you until you see that result. Right now, your brain only needs a proof. So we need to build that proof from where? From God, from your blueprint, until the brain is wired around that result. Once the brain has that tangible result, the brain will be like, yes. And from there, when you set a goal that you want to reach, your brain is not going to work against you. Your brain will keep working with you. And then you keep breaking every record that you set for yourself. The other thing too, this was not prepared, but I think I need to share. The other thing too that you need to do, please, when you go on YouTube as well, start looking for people that have broken the record. People that came from nowhere, people that used to live, that life of that they never wanted. And then as they kept showing up, things change about them. Look for that because you need your brain to be wired. Maybe right now you are in an environment where the brain needs a model. Okay? So anything that you're watching, whether you like it or not, is forming you. Anything you're watching is forming you. And the secret is when you're watching these videos, okay, this was not prepared, but I believe somebody needs it. That's why it's been pulled out of me. When you're watching, don't just keep watching any random movie. Remember when you said, I am the image and the likeness of God? God is going to be directing you to watch the right videos. When you're watching these videos, let's say, I'm going to give you an example, maybe Elon Musk video, whether you like him or not. Right now, he has something that you don't have. Okay, it's just an example. When you're watching it, see yourself as him. Okay, this one is too much for some people. Yeah, it's gonna make some people unfollow me. It is the same technique. That's the reticular activating system. It's the same technique that athletes use, by the way. It's the same technique that athletes use. It's the same thing. That's how the Word of God transforms you. You see yourself in the Word of God. You see yourself through the Word of God. But this is where the real thing is. Before, You watch the video. Always tell yourself, I'm the image and the likeness of God, and allow God to lead you so that you do not, people say manifest. I don't say manifest. So that you don't draw the wrong thing in your environment. God in the beginning, God in the middle, God at the end. God in the beginning, that's your frame. God in the middle, God at the end. Do not rely on your own self jumping, watching things. I told you. Don't say Coach Chefi said, it's on, it's recorded. If you come here and you sue me because now you see me making billions, and it's recorded. And I have you as a witness as well. I love you all. Thank you for being on the live. Let me see those who are on. Trésor is here. Bridget is here. Bridget, how is the book coming along? Have you written the book yet? How is it coming along? So let me say thank you to, my dear brother is here. Bridget, thank you so much. Trésor, thank you. Always. Grand frère, thank you. Portador, thank you. Deborah, thank you for being here. Just Sim, thank you. Salah, my dear friend for many years. Salah, Lema. And who else? DL Cruz, thank you. I appreciate you all for being on the live today. This is my cue. This is my time to sign off. And remember, I'll be on tomorrow. And share the live, whatever you want to do, so that we can have more people joining in. Have a wonderful day. If you want us to work together, send me a DM at info at Coach Chefi. Thank you, big brother. I have a couple of drafts, my queen. Merci beaucoup. Je t'apprécie vraiment, Bridget. Okay? Bridget, we need a deadline. Okay? Have you set a deadline for this book? Have you set a deadline for this book? I want to be your accountability partner. We are no longer putting things into the future, okay? We need a deadline. Please DM me your deadline when you want this book to be done by. Thank you, Justin. When do you want this book to be done by? Because if you don't do that, your brain only will see it, it's not gonna partner with you. It's not gonna keep reminding you to get on it, okay? Okay, thank you. I will do so. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye-bye. Okay, YouTube, thank you so much. If you're watching this on a replay, I'm glad you are able to watch till the end. This is my name is Chefi, identity coach and nervous system reset coach. Please don't forget to subscribe, share this with your friends, put on the notification bell so that when I go on live or when I put a new video, you'll be one of the first to be made aware of this. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.